to lead. And so they are sounding the alarm, they are blowing the trumpet, they are inviting people for discussions, and people are responding, and we give God the glory. So there are two things we saw. Number one, God is stirring up the hearts of people to lead, and number two, God is stirring up the hearts of the people to respond. Today, we want to go into the second aspect of mobilization and the more difficult portion of it. Before I explain what's going on, let me read this text to you. A scriptural text. Judges in chapter 7 and verse 2. And the Lord said to Gideon, the people who are with you are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel claim glory for itself against me, saying, my own hand has saved me. Verse 3. Now therefore proclaim in the hearing of the people, saying, whoever is fearful and afraid, let him turn and depart at once from Mount Gilead. And 22,000 of the people returned, and 10,000 remained. This is amazing. 32,000 people responded to Gideon. But there are two levels of separation that is also ongoing, and I need you to be aware of that. The first level of separation, man himself, every person is or herself will decide whether they are in or they are out. So don't be surprised if you find yourself staying in, and don't be surprised if you find yourself stepping aside. Don't be surprised if you find people ready to go on and the people ready to quit. Here the Lord says, honestly, there are too many people, and I don't want Israel to take glory for themselves. So you know what? Ask the people, who is afraid? If you come into the New Testament, who has newly married a wife? Who has just started a business? Who has just bought a new car? Who has just bought a new PS5? Who has just bought a new iPhone? Who has something else he or she would rather be doing than this assignment? Let he or she go back. Guess what? 2 out of every 3 went back. As a leader, don't be surprised if a lot of the people you thought you could depend on are not there. They have disqualified themselves either because they belong elsewhere, or they are just not part of the people that will bring the trophy home. That they are not part of the people bringing the trophy home does not mean they will not partake of the principle, based on the principle of partnership. They will partake of the results based on the principle of partnership. Remember, when David crossed over, some people stayed behind. But when they brought back all they had lost, 1 Samuel 30, everybody partook. We are talking about people that will go, not about people that will benefit. Everybody will benefit. We are talking about community transformation. We are talking about national transformation. We are talking about being a blessing to everybody. But not everybody will get the job done for everybody. Only a few people will get the job done for everybody. Little engines swing great doors. Small keys open great doors. The rudder steers the ship. So not everybody is needed for everybody. Only a few are needed for everybody. The committed and the strategic, the thoughtful ones. So the first level of demobilization now is self-demobilization. The second is more critical. The Lord now said there are still too many. You now take them to the stream and ask them to drink. Those who lap like a dog should go back. Those who bring water to their mouth should go on. Many people have preached on this and taught on this. But honestly speaking, I just want to say here, only God knows the criteria for this second test. At a level, you will test yourself. Not anybody. Nobody is going to ask you, come along, don't come along. No, you go back. No, it's not about man sending you. It's about you sending yourself. It's about you being in or out. You will make up your mind what you want to be a part of. You will make up your mind what you don't want to be a part of. My prayer for you is that you'll be a part of what the Spirit of God is asking you to be a part of. And you'll excuse yourself from what God is not asking you to be a part of. the benefits and the pains of it will not be the determining factor, but the voice of God will be the determining factor. But the second is critical. God himself was the one who chose. He gave the test. We do not know what is going to be a test. And God did test Abraham again. Go sacrifice Isaac. Whoever would have thought that was a test? The Lord is going to test your heart. He's going to test your reins. He's going to test your heart. I do not know what test that will be. But every man will have an opportunity to prove to God that they are in. And guess what? Out of the 10,000 that remained, only 300 qualified. 9,700 went back. 97% failed. In the first test, 33% passed. In the second test, only 3% qualified for this assignment. Remember, not qualified for the benefit. We are not talking about the benefits. We are talking about those who are going. So out of 32,000 people that were mobilized, only 300 people made it at the end of the day. Just about 1%. But these people brought it back. Now my question is this. Where you really, really belong, will you qualify if you are tested? I don't know the test. It may be test of knowledge, it may be test of commitment, tolerance, forgiveness, accommodation, boldness, courage, focus, networking. I don't know. And this is the challenge. How do you help people to get into that elite squad? The only thing I can say, learn to follow God. Learn to obey God. This is straight from my heart. Till I see you again, do stay safe and saved. And remember, Jesus is Lord.